To our next guest, Kat Deluca is a senior physiotherapist, mountain biker, wife and mother to son Chase. Kat lived an action-packed life before something changed in her life, and she joins us now to tell us her story. Welcome, Kat. How are you? Good to have you on Ticker.
Hi, Adrian. How you going?
Very, very well. Tell us about your story. What was the catalyst for starting your business?
Well, my business is a clothing brand and it's called Deluca Apparel. And the reason why I started this was after the birth of my son last year, I suffered with severe postnatal anxiety. It was so bad that I needed to go into a mental health hospital that had a specific mother-baby unit when my son was just 6 weeks old. So I was extremely sleep deprived. My son would scream for 6 or more hours at a time. Uh, it was doing horrible things for my mental health. My anxiety was through the roof. My panic attacks were daily, and I just couldn't cope anymore. And so I was admitted to this hospital. I spent a month in the mental health hospital, and it helped me get treatment for my anxiety. And my son was diagnosed with silent reflux. So he was put on medication. I was finally on track with him getting the appropriate treatment. And really, that whole process has helped me obviously come out the other side and survive that part of my life. And it was really through that I um, wanted to try and help other women. I had met many women going through the same thing as what I was, being in hospital there. And I really wanted to develop a positive movement to help promote good mental health and just to help destigmatize postnatal anxiety and depression. So hence my positive clothing movement was born.
Well, thank you, first of all, for telling your story and being so honest like you are. I mean, it's beautiful to hear, so I really appreciate that. Can I just ask you, how are you feeling at the moment?
I feel really good now. To be honest, I don't think I would ever be cured from anxiety. I feel like it's something that I am going to continue to battle with every now and then. But I have learned a lot of really good coping strategies from my time in hospital. And I think mental health conditions are something that we do need to learn to manage. I would love to say I'll get cured one time, but I think it is just learning how to cope and getting your support networks in place. But overall, I'm in a much better place now.
Good. That's great to hear. That is very good to hear. And yeah, I agree. I think it's, managing these things, we realize this is just a normal part of life. Sometimes when you feel a certain way, you think you have to fix yourself, but you don't, right? It's just managing it. And this is just part of what life is sometimes for people. But can you tell us more about the brand and what is the meaning behind it? And also, what would you like to achieve with it?
So the meaning behind it is a positive clothing movement. So it's really about encouraging and empowering women and children with positive messaging. So all the clothing features positive slogans. So for example, be kind, positive vibes, you've got this, strong mama. So it's all very positive messaging. And the psychology behind that is something called enclothed cognition, where we embody what we wear, and if we're wearing something that's brightly colored or has positive statements on it, that we're actually more likely to have our mood improved.
Okay.
So that's really my whole movement behind having these positive messages, is it's going to help the wearer feel more empowered. And if anybody is seeing that clothing out and about, seeing someone else wear it, they're more likely to recognize those slogans, align with them, and maybe feel a bit more positive themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us, how can we reach out and support? And also, what sort of feedback have you heard from people who have bought the apparel or just been involved?
So the feedback has been fantastic. I've had a lot of people contact me saying it's something we need right now, particularly in times of COVID, especially it's been even more isolating for mothers and families, particularly with newborns. So the feedback has been fantastic. Some people have even said they're buying it to support, say, people that are unwell with an illness, or for work colleagues, or they're wearing it to school to promote it to the students. So the feedback has been fantastic. And I donate $1 from every sale to Panda, which is the national charity for women and families suffering with postnatal depression and anxiety. So from every sale, $1 goes towards them. And the way that you can support me and get involved is by going to my website, which is delucaapparel.com.au, or following me on Instagram at Deluca Apparel.
Awesome stuff. Hey, thank you so much for being involved. We'll definitely get you on the show again. And yeah, well done on all the work so far. All the best with it. And we'll
Thanks
talk
so much,
again soon,
Adrian.
okay?
Thank you.